We just made Yama the easiest in-game boss with this duo method. Somebody has to be melee and somebody has to be mage, so
choose your champion.
now this is the mage setup. The requirement you need is Kingdom Divided, 80 combats, and 83 agility helps. While Gothic Sleeps is also a good requirement. For the low end, you can go with this and require a Purging Staff. I'm going with this. I got the Confliction Gauntlets, the Purging Staff, the Cult Necklace, my Virtus setup. That's the best I got. We got Death, Cosmic, Blood, and Soul here for Mark of Darkness, Thralls, and Death Charge. To get there, we're going to do Reminisce to History and Heresy, and then go to this bank. I normally eat my Angler. I grab an anti-venom, I drink that as my pre-pots, and then I fill back up on the food that I'm bringing. And this is how you get here. You just go down here, and if you have the agility, you can go down the chain. If not, you have to go to that little bucket and go around, and there's another chain over there. Now we got some important plugins. We have tile markers, NPC indicators, which for tile markers, we'll see at P3 and some in P2. MP1, as well as NPC indicator is my highest recommended. CA timers is nice if you're trying to get your time kind of better and helps you get a feel of it. Yama utilities tells you who did the most damage. And camera, I think if you're going mage, is also a very important plugin because it allows you to extend how much you can pitch up, so you can see all the flares easier whenever you hit P3. All the other ones, except for NPC indicator, aren't really fully needed. NPC indicator does help you to not take damage like that, like you just saw. To start off, we're going to do Mark of Darkness, and then our Thrall, and then we're going to do our Heart here, and with that, I've tried to slow this down, but we want to do the Soul Flame Horn, and then get into position. You want to be 2 tiles away from the melee, so you spec, and then as you're specking, you want to run away, pull out the Accursed Scepter, and then spec Yama. The first thing we pray is the opposite of the glyph closest to Yama, so we prayed range in this first one, and then we pulled out our Purging Staff, and now we're going to be taking the Purging Staff. And now that we have used the red glyph, we're going on to the blue glyph, and that one we're going to be praying the opposite, so we're going to be doing Mage instead. And this spot here is wonderful so that you can click whenever the wave of fire is coming by to just walk right through it. You have to do it in that kind of diagonal path there to get it right. So the 4-1 tile is wonderful for that. Now that we've gotten below 66.6%, he's actually going to go ahead and start to phase us. This isn't like a hard set thing, so it could be even more than that. And finally, we made it to the judge. The judge here is going to be pretty simple. You want to attack him with mage and then melee. Here are a couple examples of you being able to jump through the fire that he throws at you, so you don't have to really be that worried. In most cases, I just speed right through getting to the end, and if I can't get to the end quickly, I will attack him with mage while I'm just waiting there. And then of course you want to do Death Charge to get your spec back from that P1 phase. And then you want to do alternating between mage and melee. A good practice is to pull out the Accursed Scepter before you go. And so with that, we have
Round 2.
Phase 2 is going to be generally more of the same, except we're going to start out with the Accursed Scepter and specking with it. I went back to the Purging Staff and just got some hits in, and then whenever you have one of the red glyphs about to be activated, you can have one of those meteors actually attack you. It's a chance that you can have it. So you always want to stay generally about 2 tiles away from the center of the glyph. And here's the tip. You can activate the glyph and you won't have to dodge the flames anymore. But now he's below 33% here. He's also about to phase us again. So we don't have any more glyphs, and that's not a hard cap either as well. So he just sent us a little bit past 33%. All right, so for the judge, again here we're going to be alternating between melee and mage. And the judge can actually hurt himself. So if you stand under him, he'll actually do about 13 to 16 damage to himself. I actually ran north here, but you actually want to run south as the major. Alright, now we're on P3. I refresh my Mark of Darkness normally, and then I'll spawn my Thrall, and then I'll start taking out the Void Flares. I'll turn on my spec for the Void Flares, so whenever I kill them, I get to attack one tick quicker, and I keep turning my spec on for each one of the Void Flares. There's also another thing to know is that you will have waves of fire that will spawn periodically throughout the fight here, and you want to go up 2 tiles whenever it's about 3 tiles away, or 4 tiles away. I went up 3 tiles in there, so you saw me take damage, and it actually turned my prayers off. And now that we're back, I should have gone back to my mage tile, but in this I was just slow to. So I just kind of clear out most of the flares here, and then eventually I go back to my mage tile whenever I see the fire incoming there. Now we're just going to keep killing the flares up until Yama has died. But as you can see, we did pretty well, and with that,
You win!
so here are some of the specials you can expect. We have Meteor Strike here, which isn't pretty intimidating. Then we have Flame Strike. These are both our red glyph specials. And then onto our blue glyph specials, we have Shadow Strike. And we also have Void Flares. Void Flares can mess you up. We'll go over it in just a second. We also have area effects, where you'll have the Shadow Waves, where if you walk 2 tiles while it's coming by, you can dodge it, and Flame Streak is generally just the same. For Flame Strike, you want to stand on the glyph to deactivate it, as well as Shadow Strike, stand on the glyph to deactivate it, and Meteor Strike. We stand on the glyph for that. The Void Flares are a little bit different. You have to have somebody stand on the red and blue to deactivate both of them, or just kill it outright. But if you stand on the glyphs, you have to have somebody close to the blue glyph right afterwards. Now the Shadow Waves and the Flame Streaks, they can be negated by the glyphs. They give you a temporary protection. Now some final thoughts. The Mage is also known as the buffet because you're going to be sharing food with the melee since they take more damage. And if you see here, your contribution is actually lower because you actually focus on fighting the players in B3, which causes your contribution to be lower than the melee. And it tends to let the melee have better drops, whereas if you saw 4 Oathblade shards, then the melee would have gotten 7 Oathblade shards. Now if you want to go get those better contributions, you want to go ahead and check out my friend The Bounding's YouTube video about the melee section of this. It's absolutely wonderful. Oh, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, I'm going to be making a Doom Macchiato guide here soon for you guys to check out. So please go ahead and like and subscribe, hit that bell, and please share this with other communities that are wanting to learn Yama. I know my clan has been dying.